Okay, have fun doing it. Prevent yourself from getting trapped in habits that are not so good and that can hurt you and hurt others. And have fun staying safe. Have fun helping children and young people and your closest, tightest friends to have fun avoiding getting caught in secret habits. I'm a male human being. I was in the secret habit of arousal addiction. You might just call it that, self-gratification. I was in the secret habit of that, and that caused me to actually have a dual life and a mind that was not fully present in many things. If you check out the NoFap movement, NOFAP, no free access pornography. Even though there's free access to pornography, you're not accessing it. And there's also no PMO, no pornography, masturbation to orgasm. Pornography, masturbation to orgasm, no. There are these movements. They are not religious movements. They're just people that realize that their anxiety goes away, their social disorders go away, they have more success in life because they have learned how to be fresh and strong and quiet the body until it's time. In a beautiful writing about intense desire. There's intense desire writing. It's called The Song of Solomon. Two people who are just hungry for each other. And there's all this poetry about desiring and wanting one another. In that writing, 3 times, it says a beautiful thing. Chapter 2, chapter 3, and chapter 8. Precious ones, do not awaken arousal, desire, passionate sexual love until it is time. Do not awaken arousal, desire, passionate sexual love until it is time. Now, if they had told me that when I was a little kid and said, oh my gosh, the feel good feels so good. That's why mommy always jumps on daddy's lap and da-da-da-da-da. But your body has a feel good, but it doesn't want to be awakened until you have a person to share it with. So if you feel that the feel good of your body is starting to be awakened, we will pray for you. We will actually put spiritual protection in the spirit realm around you, and we will help you discern who your person should be if it's time for a person. This is the great stuff. Now, the program is a row of 14 little blessing boxes for the women whenever they're in their cycle, so that they can actually read cards and know that they're accepted, they're loved, they're amazing, they're the baby catcher body. Even if you never have a baby, your body is still going through these preparations. Remember, this life and the concept of marriage and 2 bodies coming together to create a brand new body, that is passing away, and there's going to be a next life and afterlife. And Yeshua showed up to show that singleness and traveling and touching as many people as possible is the actual high point, the success, the excellence of the new covenant. And in the midst of that, going forward from town to town and touching as many people as possible, you will be misunderstood, you will be slandered, you will be actually hated, and you will be potentially excommunicated. People are going to tell their friends not to talk to you because you're weird or wicked or you have some bad agenda, when you're actually genuine and you're really caring. And it is promised that if you go forward as a sent one and a truth speaker, you are going to be hated and rejected. That's the crown. That's actually part of what's going to happen. So, singleness and traveling from place to place in order to touch as many people as possible is the goal role in the new covenant. And when you have a couple of sent ones, you're clustering together brand new honesty meal groups where people are actually discerning the spirits that are still troubling them. Remember, if you have a salvation experience, the demons will start to come in even more powerfully and lock you into a little spiritual habit where you're actually ignoring and not experiencing the other important spiritual habits and priorities. There's many priorities in the walk of life and truth. And as soon as you come into a salvation, friend of God atmosphere, you will quickly be locked into a factiousness. Oh, we're so right, and we have the right doctrine on baptism, and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. So be aware that the troubling spirits actually increase in their tricky attack after you become a friend of God. But the coolest thing is just to start out with the fact that the man is the baby fountain, the woman is the baby catcher. The man has a flow surrounded by comfort, stimulation, pleasure. That's what the man flow is surrounded by. The woman flow is surrounded by pain, discomfort, and difficulty. And we're told, even though the cycle might only last for 5 days or 7 days, give the women 14 days of special care, separation, less stress, and reassurance and affection. Go to Leviticus 12. It says that the girl child should be close and nurturing with mommy for 80 days after birth. No distractions, no people with bad spirits and negativity coming in. 80 days. Connect the woman with the girl. But then when the boy child is born, 40 days. That shows that the female human being has a heavier burden to carry, partly because the lineage of authority and blessing is God to Christ, Christ to man, man to woman. Okay, so the woman is to receive a flow of blessing and a blessing of authority from the man, but the scripture says, do not trust in man or in humankind, who are but blades of grass. I mean, the scripture says human beings are untrustworthy. So then the woman is told to put her trust in a male human being and the goal and vision of the male human being, and to be a supernatural power, wisdom, like engagement around that person, that man person's vision. And the women always were able to select a man to give her amazing, woman nurture, insight, empowerment to. The woman is Etzer. The word Etzer means a surrounding supernatural protective essence that protects against attacks and enemies. It is a provisional supernatural protection that a man actually needs. He needs that. So, 14 days of blessing for the women, and then 3 little boxes, faith, hope, and love boxes for the male human being or the boy whenever they have had a release of seed, whether it's in the marriage bed, etc., or a woman who is with a man and the man has a flow of seed. She is untouchable until the next sundown, and that is a time of blessing for her because she has been near and with the seed, regardless of whether a baby is being made and regardless of whether there is a covenant. Now, the whole covenant concept is really fascinating, and if you can talk about it in an exciting way and actually say our main job is getting out there on the street and in this world and just doing wonderful business and caring for people and teaching children and singing the songs and fixing the bikes and paddling the canoes and working with great joy, with a jumpy jump joy, working with a jumpy jump joy. Come on, let's do this thing.